Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Tuesday Talks with the Conways,
I'm Courtney.
and I'm Chris. We're so sorry about the temporary delay, and as you can see, we don't have our virtual background on here.
It's not cooperating
We
today.
were having the lighting issue, and so we decided to clean the camera, and then I disappeared altogether.
Yeah.
Um, so then we turned off the overhead lights. This time it's not Facebook; it's just the lights, I guess, overhead. They have these lines that come straight down here. So either way, so you will have all of our cluttered background. Hopefully, it's not too distracting. Um, I like I like the virtual background. It's a little bit less distracting, but yes, Joanne, there is a meeting tonight. So sorry about the delay. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the lighting, but hi, Shelly and Radina and Joy. We're so glad to have you here. And Joy, thanks for leaving choir practice a little early to
Yeah.
come here tonight. Yes. So we have a really good topic that we're really excited to talk about. Feel free to hop on and comment if you have any questions or comments, whether it's on topic or not. We love interactive conversations. Carla, I'm glad to have you here as well. And Liddell mentioned on Instagram that the background looks great. And
Thank you.
maybe it's a little bit more natural, and also my beard, the virtual background sometimes messes up around my beard, so maybe it's okay not having the virtual background. So yes, glad to be here. But yeah, it's going to be a really good topic. Feel free to comment on anything. If you want to listen to or watch any of your past podcasts, the videos are going to be on YouTube up to a certain point. We started doing that fairly recently. Also, you can listen to the audio version of the podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts.
Yes.
And hello, Mom.
Hi.
Glad to have you here as well. Joyce says it looks better. That I look like I have pantyhose over my face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the lighting is a little bit better this way. But yes, we're glad to hear. So, if you want to introduce our wonderful, amazing topic.
Yes. Tonight we are talking about ending the patterns of or ending binge eating patterns. And most people do deal with some sort of pattern
Hmm.
of binge eating, whether you have some sort of binge eating disorder or not. Binge eating is just something that happens
Hmm.
sometimes, sadly. So we're going to talk about how to end that.
Hmm. Well, and some tools and tips and things that you can use to help minimize it because it's a real issue. So for some people, it might be a little bit more of an issue and a diagnosable issue. In
Mhm.
others, it might just be habits.
Yeah.
And there are going to be tools that can be helpful in both situations, whether it's a habit or whether it's diagnosable. Um, there's definitely going to be some things that you can use.
Yes.
Let's see. Jody on Instagram is doing a Candyland white Christmas tree, and she got pieces of the
Oh, that's
cake
cute.
cupcakes and cake pops and donuts and stuff for the
That's so
trees.
cute.
That's really exciting. Talking about prepping for Christmas.
Mhm.
Our daughter, for some weird reason, loves Halloween. So I can't wait to get past Halloween. I like Halloween too, but once
We love
Halloween is
Christmas.
gone, we like Christmas
We start
more.
decorating like Halloween night. Our Christmas tree goes up. Like
Yes.
as soon as the trick or treaters are gone, Christmas tree goes up.
And thank you, Land Cover on Instagram says we both look great. Linda from Michigan. Okay, thank you for specifying your name so I can know who you are. But yes, thank you so much. We are making some progress with our weight finally. Courtney keeps getting comments wherever she goes. Have you been losing even more weight? Which is very noticeable. I am too, but I don't see it in myself as much. It's so hard to see it in yourself. But we are both making some good progress. Um, yes.
He's giving me a look. Anyway, let's get into this topic. Um, so one of the first things to do when you have any sort of binge eating, whether it's by habits, anxiety, anything, is to get to the root,
Hmm.
which would be something like a habit, boredom, anxiety. So many different
Hmm.
things could be, or you could straight up like there is an actual binge eating disorder that you
Hmm.
could have.
Yes. So there's a lot of the things that she mentioned: stress, anxiety, depression, trauma. Also, being nutritionally deficient. So if you're eating super restrictive, some
Hmm.
people have a tendency to kind of punish themselves if they did not so good the day before. They might go under too much. And skipping meals, skipping snacks, eating too little can definitely cause you to binge.
Yes, when I eat not enough, I can tell. And like I crave everything I shouldn't be craving. I crave Reese's. I crave cake. When I'm really, really low on calories, I crave cake or double juicy cookies. It's weird. But I can tell like that's what I want. I want, and then I don't just like when I'm super low and like haven't eaten enough, if he asks me where I want to go eat, I'm like, I want everything bad. Like, don't give me anything healthy. I want the worst possible food ever because I'm just wanting to binge on something. And that's how I can tell that I have not eaten enough that day because I'm just wanting to binge because I had been too restrictive the day.
Yep. And then some other causes for it can be some hormonal imbalance, genetics, social pressures to be this perfect human. I know sometimes when I see other people that are more fit than me, it does. And I don't know if I ever look like that, but I need to be comfortable with my body the way it is and not let those pressures cause me to get into unhealthy habits.
Yes, absolutely. Because sometimes I mean just body image alone makes you not want to eat. Sadly, it makes you kind of want to starve sometimes, and that's not good.
Mhm.
But it can cause the opposite effect, like you're trying not to eat very much, but then you end up eating a lot more because of it.
Yep. And then Nikki Jackson comments on Instagram, any ideas on curbing appetite? There are a lot of different things that can help you curb appetite. We've talked about a couple of them on some of our past episodes. Volume eating can be really, really
Mhm.
helpful. Having a bowl of grapes or watermelon or something that is physically rather large but healthy can help you feel more full and more satisfied. If you want something a little less healthy, like Courtney likes her Reese's, she'll put that in a healthy yogurt bowl that has
Like it's
cottage
full of
cheese in it.
protein,
Protein also is another big thing that can help you
curbing
to
your appetite.
curb your appetite. But volume eating, eating a lot of protein, those will help. And if you want to just look back at some of our past episodes, and but in particular
Mhm.
the volume eating and the protein will definitely help a
Yes.
lot. And then Jean on Instagram also mentions that she has an all in or all out mentality, and it's a real struggle. And
Yeah.
that's probably a part of our 2 year plateau was the we were either all in or all out,
Mhm.
and we were steady. We weren't losing anything, but we weren't gaining anything either. Um, but yes, so that definitely could
That's
be a
sometimes the
problem.
all in or all out is sometimes where my binging comes from too. Like if
Hmm.
I've just had a not so great day, if I've eaten, too many donuts or too many Reese's, I'm like, the day's ruined. Let's just eat them all.
Yeah,
And by the time I'm done, I've had half a dozen donuts because I just had that one and thought it was a bad day. And I was like, well,
might
ruined
as
my
well go
day.
all
Might as
out.
well just keep on ruining it.
Yeah.
So I definitely get that. And that causes some of my binging. My last few binges, it was because of stuff like that. I was on vacation and I was like, I've eaten crap all day long. Let's just go ahead and eat the whole half package of Oreos. Like, why not? So the all in or all out is definitely where some of my binge issues
Hmm.
come
And Joy
play
on
in.
Facebook mentions that a little bit of bacon and some eggs and a protein coffee is her go-to
Mm,
breakfast. And having bacon and eggs and protein in your coffee, it's a
that's a
lot
lot of
of
protein.
protein.
It's gonna keep you
Um,
full for a long time.
Absolutely. So that will be very, very, very helpful. But some of the tips that we can use to help balancing, help minimize the binging is to have eating balanced meals. So we talked about eating throughout the day. I've mentioned you should treat your metabolism like a little fire that you stoke it every
Yes.
now and then. Make sure that you don't let it go out. So to keep eating periodically. Um, Shall I mentioned,
Oh.
yes, if you sent us a message on Facebook, we might not have seen
Yeah.
that. We'll take a look at it, but we'll send you some of the yogurt bowls and ingredients that we do. Um, Definitely is very big help. And then yes, Lodell on Instagram mentions having to track everything
That's
can
actually one
help.
thing we
That's
were gonna talk about.
one of the things. So you're jumping ahead, which is great. Which means great minds think alike. One of our tips is to track everything. Courtney has a saying. If you want to,
Track every BLT, every bite, lick, and taste. If you took just like a spoonful of frosting, track it. Even if you don't know the exact track, and I like to overestimate my
Mhm.
tracking. If I had just a bite of my daughter's peanut butter sandwich, I'm gonna track like, a fourth a piece of bread, a a half a tablespoon of peanut butter. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna track something every bite, lick, and taste because those add up throughout the day. Like you might be
Mhm.
like, oh, it's just bite here, bite there, but at the end of the day, that's an extra like 300 calories.
Mhm.
So,
And
but
if you're
go ahead.
about to binge on a whole thing of frosting, just think of how many bites that is, and that might not help, but it will probably be a little bit more helpful than not.
Mhm.
And it might help you stop mid binge. Or if it doesn't help you stop mid binge, it might help you minimize future binges.
Yes, but that's also where getting out of that all or nothing mentality comes in because if you've tracked your day and you're like, oh, I'm way over, might as well keep going. That's not going to work either because tracking does help because you see where you're at. You see,
Mhm.
I don't have room for this. Or, oh my goodness, this half dozen donuts is going to be 1,200 calories. I probably shouldn't eat that. Tracking it really does help. It helps you actually visually see.
Mhm.
Because sometimes, I mean, I know like saying half a dozen donuts sounds like a lot, but to people that have binge eating disorder, it's not a lot.
Mhm.
So visually seeing how many calories, how many bites, all of that can really help.
Mhm. Absolutely. And then another thing that can help is to, if you need to, portion your stuff out. For me, I could go through a whole bag of chips, which is a couple thousand calories too.
Yes, yes. If you have something that you know is a trigger for you to binge, like Chris, a whole bag of chips, he could sit there and go through a whole bag of chips. Me, a whole thing of Reese's. Portion it out. It
Mhm.
really does help. And yes, you can go there and grab 4 portions if you really wanted to, but having it portioned out really does help.
Yeah, you're gonna set yourself up for more success.
Hmm.
Also, one of the things we talked about talking about is which one
Oh, I don't know if you talked about that one.
um Oh yes, creating a meal plan. We've had topics on meal
Hmm.
plans, but not knowing what to eat or what to grab can be a source
Hmm.
of binging or eating something less healthy. So if you've got those meals planned out, and they don't have to be by day. You know, we like to be spontaneous sometimes, but we have a list of, let's say we've got six meals already ready. We've got the ingredients for, they're healthy. What are we feeling tonight? So
Hmm.
you're less likely to pick something less healthy or go binge.
And also, you can even meal prep your snacks. I meal prep my snacks every day. So I have in my lunchbox, I have the snacks I have for the day. I don't always eat all this. It's very rare that I eat all the snacks, but I put more snacks than I think I need in there. But I give myself options, but I also have only my snacks. And I don't have like a whole bag of chips. I have one portion of chips. I
Mhm.
don't have a whole box of protein bars. I have the whole thing. I don't have a whole bag of Reese's. Like I meal prep my snacks. I saw on Facebook the other day someone meal prepped their Lonnie News and Reese's, and while it was kind of funny, and it was like totally like something I would do, but also like that person is not is has their one Reese's. They're not going and having the whole entire bag. They have meal prepped that one Reese's for the day. So meal prepping, even something like snacks, can help you because when you're like feeling snacky, if you have them already pre-portioned, like this is my bag of snacks I can have today, you are less likely to go and binge on them because you
Mhm.
have what you can have for that day.
Absolutely. And then going back to eating balanced meals,
Hmm.
give yourself that treat that you want. Within reason. We have
Like
the
a
saying,
Reese's.
have what you want with what you need. Like her Reese's on the yogurt bowl that has lots of protein. So she's not having 5 or 6 Reese's, but she's having one or two crushed on top with a lot of protein that's going to be really healthy.
Yogurt bowl is probably my biggest way of have what you want with what you need. If I'm craving a chocolate chip cookie, I'm gonna take, and this is the thing, I won't have the whole cookie. I'll have like a quarter of a cookie, but crushed up into that yogurt bowl, I feel
Mhm.
like I'm having a lot more because it's more than just that quarter. I have a lot less of what
Mhm.
I want. If I'm having it in something like a yogurt bowl, it makes me feel like I'm having more.
Mhm.
So if what you want is something we found out of like a week or so ago. We blend cottage cheese and we love, love, love French onion dip, but it's like a weakness for us. We put like a tablespoon in like a quarter cup of blended cottage cheese. It tastes just like French onion dip.
But has more protein and it has less
Mhm.
bites.
So have what you want with what you need. That
Mhm.
protein from the cottage cheese is going to help that go further. Like it's going to help what you want go further, and you're going to be less likely to binge if you're
Mhm.
adding it to something else.
Yes, and part of the reason, I binge, or even Courtney sometimes binges, and if you have something you love, 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 but you deprive yourself of it. So
Mm.
so if I don't allow myself to have any chips, no chips for weeks at a time, I will be even more likely to, if
Mhm.
I have access to a bag of chips, I will eat that whole bag of chips in one sitting, and that's not as healthy as having one portion of chips every single day.
Yeah.
Is better than having a whole bag of chips, which is like 7 or 8 servings in one sitting. So have what you want. Give yourself those things you like. If you'd like hamburgers or pizza, have that pizza in smaller portions and have healthier sides, so you're not as likely to binge on those
Mhm.
items.
But with that, if you are craving chips, don't go and get like a cucumber or carrots and act like it's gonna
Satisfy you.
fix your craving.
Mhm.
If you want chips and you know you're likely to binge if you don't get those chips. Like he said, having the one serving is going to be better than having the carrots, the cucumber, the apple, all this other healthy stuff and then still going back later and binging on the chips because you didn't let yourself just have the one portion in the
Mhm.
first place.
Yep, absolutely. And then something else too that can help is reaching out,
Mhm.
seeking support, reaching out to your friends, your family. If you know someone else who's struggling with maybe not necessarily the same thing, but struggling with something similar, reaching out to them. And there's plenty of support groups that you can reach out to. There's anonymous groups as well,
Mhm.
and sometimes you might need some professional assistance.
Yes. But that's why something like healthy and having this community is so great because this is like a health weight loss type thing.
Mhm.
There's going to be somebody else that struggles with
Oh yeah.
binge eating. Like there's going to be. And so having that person you can just go to and be like, I binged today.
Hmm.
And they're not going to judge you. They're not going to be like, well, how much did you eat? Like they're just going to be there and be supportive and let you know that they've been there too. Having that person is great. Also, that person that you can go to and be like, I feel like binging. That's going to be like, nope, we're not
And they can
doing it.
talk you out of it.
Yeah, that having that is great too.
Yeah, but it's really good to have a good support group. And then we've already mentioned that, so we can skip that one. But then this is Courtney's one of Courtney's biggest things is giving
So
yourself grace.
giving yourself grace. Like if you did have a binge and it's just awful, like worse than you felt like it should have been, or if you kept telling yourself it was going to happen and it happened, give yourself grace. We all have those moments. I cannot count how many times I have been like, I'm not going to binge on this, or I've bought something like one thing I cannot have in the house is Oreos. Like, because I will open up the bag and say, I'm gonna just have one or two, and I'll eat the whole bag. I can't count the amount of times I've done that and just felt so guilty. Felt just no, you need to give yourself grace because it's happened to the best of us. And that binge is not going to cause you to gain all your weight back. It's not going to cause you to lose all your progress. You just have to pick yourself up and get right back up and do it, keep going.
Hmm. Absolutely. Um, Lost my train of thought there.
Were you reading?
Yeah. Jody mentions that she has a Reese's and she cuts into four. She'll have one, one
Mhm.
piece throughout the day, and that helps give her that flavor and
That's
that
why I like the
taste.
little mini Reese's because sometimes that's all I need is a taste. So I can just go and get one of the little mini Reese's and I'm good. Like, and I can just have one here or there. And I've seen people do that with even like protein bars. They just want a little sweet like bite of something here and there, but it helps them to not binge. Like instead of having that chocolatey protein bar all in one sitting, they'll cut it into fourths and have one here, have one there. And throughout the day, they've eaten the whole protein bar,
Hmm.
but they've had it every time they've wanted something sweet, and it keeps them from binging because they get that just one taste and they're good. They're good to
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, and then also, for Courtney with those Oreos, she's happy put them in places that she
I've
can't
had him
reach.
hide them, put them where I can't reach them.
So I'm 6'8". There's I don't think there's any
There's a
place
lot.
in my house that I can't reach.
But there's a lot that I can't
Yeah,
reach.
and she's not
Um,
short by any
mhm,
means. She's shorter than me, but I can put them out of reach. Same with the chips. She can put them in places where I wouldn't
mhm.
think of,
Or
um,
where he's gonna forget about
to
them.
help.
Yes, and something that I found, if you are like me and you love the candy, the ones that have wrappers, I'm less likely to binge on. I can't get if you know those like the bag of Reese's that does not have wrappers, it's little bitty small Reese's. He has to hide those for me. I will
Mhm.
go in and get a handful here and there.
Because you don't have to unwrap them.
Mhm. But if I'm having to physically unwrap one, I'm less likely to binge on it, but I
Mhm.
can sit with that bag of Reese's, little mini Reese's open, and I'll eat that whole bag before I've really realized it.
Mhm.
So if you are someone that has something like that, finding something with wrappers, even with Oreos, if I get the individually wrapped Oreos or the ones that have two, I'm less likely to binge on them because I'm having to physically sit there and unwrap every single Oreo.
Mhm.
So something like that, just finding something, and that goes back with the pre-portioned stuff. You're a lot less likely to binge on it.
And then Liddell on Instagram mentions loving the Quest protein bars.
We love the Quest Hero bars. Those are so good.
Mhm.
So good.
Yes. Our current obsession is the Bear Bell ones.
Bear Bells are so good. Oh my goodness.
They
They
were
taste like candy bars.
they were on BOGO at Publix, and we've got quite a few of them.
Yes.
My favorite is the chocolate crisp. It tastes kind of like a Nestle
And
Crunch
I
bar.
like chocolate dough. It tastes like a straight up chocolate candy bar to me. Oh my goodness.
Yes, protein bars are a great, and they're a great substitute for some of those more sugary, sweet candy bars. And we have a couple from Aldi's that have quite a bit of sugar in them, but they have a lot of protein in them too. So
Yes.
if you're craving the sugar, something sweet, have something with protein in it.
And ask me last time I've had a Reese's.
I don't think you've had one in a while.
Because I've had those. Like they're chocolate and they're delicious.
Absolutely. But mainly, the main thing we want to bring out is balance is key. You can have what you want as long as you add some healthy things with it. And then you don't need, if you need to treat yourself, but don't make it a coping mechanism, and don't make it a habit, because the point is in all of our relationship, all of our journeys to get healthier, it's about fixing our relationship with food. Food can be a problem just as much similar to drug and alcohol. It can be a crutch.
Literal addiction.
Absolutely, you can be addicted to sweets and sugar, and that can cause problems
Absolutely.
in your health journey.
So it's all about building a better relationship and realizing like if you are trying to have that food to cope, you probably don't need it. Like if you are just bored, you probably don't need it. Are you hungry? Are you really wanting to fuel yourself? Then you might need it. But it's all about realizing the reason behind it.
Because at the end of the day, if we've used up all of our bites and we're legitimately hungry, we will make sure that we eat something. Granted, we will also make sure that it's something healthy.
Yes.
But if we've used up all our bites, but we're legitimately hungry, we will make sure we eat.
Yes, when I had a coach, I asked her about that. I was like, what if I have no more calories for the day, but I'm hungry? She's like, if you're hungry, eat. She said, make sure it's something that's going to fuel your body and something that's going to keep you full. Like, don't just go in there and eat a whole bag of chips. Like, but have something that's going to fuel your body. But if you don't have any more calories for the day and you're hungry, eat. Make sure you're really hungry, but don't deprive yourself just in the name of keeping your calories low or keeping your bites low. Like, eat if you really are legitimately hungry.
Absolutely. Don't want to starve yourself, because that will then lead you into binging.
Yep.
Which is a whole topic for tonight. So we hope that you found this topic in our conversations meaningful, and that you can use bits of this to help you further along your journey, because we are here with you for your journey, along with you all being here for our journey. We love having you support us, all of our regulars and all of our new people. You're the reason. You're part of our why now too. We're doing with our normal whys. We're wanting to be successful, so that we can help you be successful too.
Yes, I have lost a little over 20 pounds this year, and I do think part of it is this knowing I'm doing this, knowing there's people that are looking to me. I'm like, okay, I've really got to put
set a good example
into it. I gotta set a good example, and you guys have helped me without even realizing it.
Yes, so we're very thankful for you all here. So now we're going to go on to one of our favorite recipes.
I haven't made it in a long time, and I need to.
Yeah, we really do need to.
Yes, the protein bar was Bear Bells.
I think that's what
Are you able to? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Oh, I have some right here.
I think that is how it's spelled. But they have them at Trader Joe's. They have them at Walmart's.
Bear Bells. BAREBELL. Yes. So yes, that's yes. But chocolate dough and crispy crunch or whatever that is are the best ones. But yes, that's the best protein bar in my opinion. They are not cheap by any means, but they are candy bars. Like, oh my goodness, so good.
Yes, very good. So now we got sidetracked with delicious protein bars.
Now our recipe.
Now we're gonna go into our recipe, which is really
and thank
really
you,
good.
Barbara.
All right, here's our recipe.
Yes, tuna salad, just a simple tuna salad. You need 2 tablespoons of mustard. Also, this is all by taste. I like it mustard heavy and very mayonnaise heavy. But if you don't, you can use less, you can use more, whatever floats your boat. 2 tablespoons of mustard, 6 large eggs, a teaspoon of everything but the bagel seasoning. I get mine at Aldi.
Or any other seasoning that would taste good in it.
But I don't even really like everything but the bagel seasoning, but for some reason in my tuna salad, it's chef's kiss. 4 tablespoons of light mayonnaise and 8 ounces of tuna in water. You can use more, you can use less. We sometimes double the tuna just to make it higher in protein, all the good stuff. But start by boiling your eggs to hard boiled consistency. Peel them, dice them up as small as you'd like. I'm very lazy. I throw them in a bowl and I take something like a potato masher and I just mash them up a little bit. Drain the water out of the tuna and mix everything together with the eggs, the tuna, the mustard, mayonnaise, everything. Mix it together, and there you have it. Very good, very filling. This makes 3 servings at between 2 and 7 bites each. 31.8 grams protein, 2.6 carbs. So 307 calories.
Yes, and it's so customizable. You can have this on wraps. You can have it on a bun.
You can have it in a lettuce wrap.
A lettuce wrap. You can have it with
Crackers.
some pita chips.
It's
Pita
very
chips.
good, very quick and easy. We make it sometimes for meal prep because it's super easy to throw together the night before.
Mhm.
We'll double it. We'll use a dozen eggs and we'll use like 2 or 3 cans of tuna and we'll have lunch for like 3 or 4 days.
Mhm.
So super easy, super quick.
Yeah, the first time she made this, I was surprised about the eggs being in there, but
That's actually what made me like tuna salad. I
Yeah.
used to did not like tuna at all. And a lady at work was like, "You haven't tried my tuna salad." And she put eggs in it. And it was so good. And ever since then, I've been hooked.
And it's even more protein.
Yeah.
More protein on top of the
That's
tuna.
what helps it have 31.8 grams protein.
Yes. So we hope you enjoyed this recipe. You can look back at our previous recipes on the Healthies blog, starting I think maybe a month or 2 ago.
And I'll start getting more as we
Yeah,
start posting.
every time we share a recipe, they'll also put it on the Healthy blog as well as they'll share it on Facebook and Instagram. Jody is going to send us her 3-ingredient protein ball recipe, which sounds exciting.
Yum.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us this week. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we will see you all next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.